Mr. Bawa Fuseini, President of Ghana Athletics Association, welcome to our studios at Max FM, live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com. Obeni, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Mna boko de.
Nyame adom, nyame wo hono de.
Abi mi say wo kwa brochi o.
Hey, na brochi met na kwa brochi de.
Oh, Debbie, na o na so onye na odi nkofo kwa brochi.
We wa Ghana ya me kwa brochi de, we wo.
Za.
Yeah, we wo ha ya. Minima na e bo Ghana.
Ana no wan ko Olympic Games ni bi. Obi a wo ye Ghana Athletics fo nyina peni na yekotu mirika wa brochi a. Umpese obe adwuma nti wan ko na wo te Ghana ade.
David we yesa, say dwuma no dawson. Nipa kro one person na antumi adwuma ni nyina. Enti do time bia obetuma ma wo assistant. Akose wanem enti eba asa no say me ko pens me ko Bahamas me sa ko Douala African Championship.
Yeah.
Enti eba asa no na me ka say and then my mama my CEO also Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Because pens na Bahamas no want man ko. Enti yes I know time bia akonto ne ba won kwa na wotu you don't give others experience or exposure for them to also learn. And then I mean, man,
but the Olympic Games is a big stage. It's going to be a gathering of federation heads.
Yes.
At the very top level. No,
gathering of federation heads, gathering of council members, both Africa and the world. No, the stage is big.
Yeah, so it was a perfect stage for you to have gone to network.
So, he has to go and introduce herself to those level people. Right. And yes, he will not get that opportunity to meet them.
That's true.
And Tim Manoko say, go introduce yourself. Go to IWF of offices.
Wow.
Because omunim the din, but you omunim face to face.
Exactly.
And at that level, so omunim face to face. Ucho emails, they don't take it serious.
That's true.
But so when you share face to face, ucho email ahead. And then I'm catching say, Uncle, go introduce yourself to the African Council. Go introduce yourself to the World Council. Now start to build your network. And yes, a very difficult say about my penetrating into the Africa and to the world stages. And then I make catch and say you should go. May assume office first pass and probably the year mommy.
Oh wow.
Yes, also mommy call World Championship. Canada, Canada.
Wow.
Go introduce yourself to the people. And to me call and I'm so me call officers, me call Bowman, me call we were secretary and we were no onim me but onim me din. And to me one just Ghana, how are you? Say that's how I started building my profile with the World Athletics and the CAA. The baby I make doing the Obia Nimi or World Athletics, Obia Susan Nimi or Confederation of African Athletics. And to me per se on so experience here and build that kind of reputation among the African and the world leaders.
But Mamu Bisao, in common way, based on the first question, what is the World Athletics Federation? Any international colleagues no more American as if no. How do they perceive Ghana athletics? Like what is the kind of mindset they have about our athletics?
It's huge, Nana.
Amba.
It's huge.
So they come football.
Say your competitions are. Can you know? Time I may see you in the crowd. Me competitions are. Other federation presidents. So we meeting. Oh, me room.
Oh, sir.
Serious. You could do her World Championship 2018. There was a confusion between two African candidates. African is one person called World Council members. So the meetings were being held in my office. By that time, Corona may see you. I wasn't even the president.
Yeah.
Meetings were held in my office. So the reputation and the image of Ghana athletics out there is very huge. And Nukra Nema Professor Dodi Tuminya, World Governance Committee Chairman, the whole world, Onukwa, or the whole Africa, Onukwa Timiche, he's the only person who is chairing a committee at the World Athletics level. And can you say, Uncle Omontumano? Because if your home federation is not doing well, you cannot chair. It's difficult for you to chair a committee at the World Athletics level. Apart from Nukwa, Mr. Modi, enti na CA for May to me say, and to me hosted 2026 African Championships. If we didn't have that image, if we didn't have that leverage, if we didn't have that
what's special?
positive.
thing did you do to attract that kind of commendation to host the championships?
First, you need to be in a good standing.
Right.
Good standing means that there are certain protocols that you need to follow. You need to respond to your emails. You need to be communicating. You need to attend competitions. You need to attend congresses. You need to give contributions. Your athletes need to be performing well. But the performance of the team, no, it does not necessarily mean that you'll be in that level. Okay, yes, I know Botswana bet my BT for the hosting right for the Africa 2026. Because in terms of performance, Botswana are way ahead of us. But there are other qualities Ghana in terms of the way we present ourselves at international committees, the way we present Ghana issues, the way we even apply for programs, the way we organize ourselves. And so the name Ghana is very huge. But all right. The name of Ghana is already there long time before we came, but we just came to enhance it. Sandy, let's go back to 2024, 2004, 205, 208. Sandy first time as a chairman.
Sandy Osage, man.
Yes.
Sandy or America? Or Ghana?
Ghana.
Hey!
Sure. The first time I called CEO, I'm the vice president.
Yeah, I remember. Mekai.
Yes, I'm the vice president. Because Ghana has a name. That's our name, it was Nelson. There was one vice president who was something Nelson. No bold side there, no, until we just came to enhance upon it. So the name of Ghana, in terms of athletics at the Confederation of African Athletics level, from the World Athletics level, is very huge.
7 after 11, Bawa Fuseini, President Ghana Athletics, special guest on the big interview, Max 89.7. And yenena etwetwe enkomo no wobetimi edo adwenkyea ba nsemusebi na wo said Ghana e perform Olympic Games mrikatuo no papa na ono oda omu nyina no ono ena yenena etwetwe enkomo anopi ewo ye fidie kese so na memuza o president 2024 is not ended yet, but we're into the last quarter. What has really happened in Ghana athletics are also say high points from January up until this point, your activities and the kind of things you've been able to do as a federation also say it's been a massive improvement on previous
Wow, Nana, this 2024 season packed with so many positive things. A lot. First, the most excellent running surface.
Okay, that's the biggest story. The tartan tracks.
The tartan tracks.
What's where Mundo?
Mundo.
Yeah.
First class Mundo. The one that we saw in Paris is the same thing. The same quality.
Oh, inside you when come back.
Hey, thank you to host African. Thank you host African Games.
Yeah.
Thank you host African Games. It's one most single heavy investment.
Ghana buy it
so many in terms of even equipment, so it was huge.
World class.
It was world-class equipment. Now, in terms of performances, what we organize at the African Games in Legon,
the CA,
according to the CA, that it is one of the best they've ever attended.
But you know, let me confess.
Yes.
It was my first ever international athletics competition. I'm many training physical.
TV so.
And after 2 days, I'll see myself say, Charlie, I'll be athletics fan.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, me do the Guana be say, Charlie, 200 time.
I'm telling you. And the euphoria, the audience was so wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. They said, Bawa, we've never seen this one in the very long time in Africa continent. You did very well. But answer what people saw, even the athletics was even the spark of the African Games.
Yeah.
It was the athletics time that people got to know that something was really cost to Ghana.
Yeah.
And that one didn't come by chance or another. We worked on it.
Wow.
We seriously worked on it day in, day night. So even before that, there was even a huge problem.
Wow.
Today I'll say it.
What was the problem?
There was a very serious gap, communication gap between the UCSA, there was some what I call UCSA, the LOC, and the Confederation of African Athletics.
Wow.
It was a very serious issue. There was a serious break in communication. There was no communication between them even till February.
Which could have scattered the plans of hosting the
It
competition.
has scattered the plan. It just took the divine intervention and the prompt action by the minister. Yes, that have prevented athletics not being part of the games.
Wow.
The Confederation actually told them that they were not coming.
I didn't see.
Because there was some issue that I wasn't have preview to, but
Yeah.
I knew there was issues. So I have to write to the CAA. When the officer, I'll give you a copy of that letter.
Demanding that you want to participate?
No, telling them that if they will not communicate with the CAA or will not communicate with the LOC or communicate with the UCSA, I, as a member federation in a good standing, I will stand in between. So they deal with me and I deal with the LOC.
Kind of
mediate in between them. They went to council meeting and they accepted my proposal.
Wow.
That is why we had athletics.
As part of the Ghana,
yes,
Accra Games.
Accra Games. So I communicated that to authorities and I told them this is what we have to do. If we don't do it, we are going to get. But so we did it and at the 9 minutes, when the minister said that federation heads should take control of their very discipline, that was the magic hand. That statement alone gives the federation heads the authority and power to do what people have done to have seen the success of this competition. So when the CAA came, they came, we were the host of the CAA, but we also forwarded every request that they requested from MET to the LOC, and frankly, the LOC did not renege in its obligations to provide whatever they requested. Whatever the CAA requested through the Ghana Athletics to the LOC, everything was provided on time. So I didn't have a problem dealing with the LOC. I didn't have a problem dealing with the LOC. And I didn't also have a problem dealing with the CAA. So when they came, they said, "Bawa, we are here because of you."
Wow.
I said, "Yes, that's why I'm a member. So let us proceed and do what we can do for Mother Ghana." And they didn't regret coming to Ghana. They didn't. They were so happy. And when we even went to bid for they even told us that they even asked us to bid for the 2026. Okay. The secretary, the CEO of the CAA is called Lamin Fati from Senegal. Aziz Dauda is the technical director of Confederation of African Athletics. He's also based in Morocco. And the technical delegate, Madam Fatou Sesekou, also based in Senegal. These three of them came to me that Bawa, officially bid will help you to win for the bid. Wow. We would like to come back to Accra. Wow. And when we went to Douala
for the African Games,
that's where the bidding.
That's the African Athletics Championship. The
yes.
final one before the Olympics.
The final one before the Olympics. It was in Douala. The competition between Ghana and Botswana was so intense.
Really?
It was very, very intense. Very, very competitive. Because I had late going there, and they have presented they made a presentation, and chunk of
but more facilities in Ghana.
There be almost facility, but ours is a model.
Standard,
yes. Almost a Mondo.
Mondo.
Yes, but ours is the newest. Okay. And the crowd that we saw, the cheering and the electrifying nature of the stadium we saw, I mean, you can't get it anywhere in Africa. So when I also went and presented mine was better, I would say, because I will not say that mine wasn't better, mine was better. But the support that we got from the federal presidents that came to the African Championship made a difference. So they said, no, what they saw in Accra, they would like to come back to see what they saw in Accra. They like to experience what they experienced in Accra. So that's why Ghana got it. And Nana, we have to lace up our sleeves to repeat what they saw, or even to do it far, far better than what they saw. If not, that there's hopes and aspiration and the aspiration that they have, if they come to see something less than that, we will not want to dent our image. So we do not have any option than to perform, to organize the African Championship way, way far better than what they saw during the African Games.
Okay, we'll get to the Olympic game, but what is the state of your collaboration with the schools to unearth new athletes, get them competition, and we look into the future of Ghana athletics?
Athletics and education goes together. If you want to decouple them from each other, it won't work for you. So we are still talking with the Ghana Education Service, the PE department headed by Mr. Aye. We are still talking to them, and normally we have a collaboration with the City TV to do the National School Championship. We want to do it this year, but because of the African Games, the dates conflicted with the African Game date. Yes, so we couldn't do that. So we are planning to do it next year, and we would like to have a very good working relationship with the GES. Well, they have the materials. What we have the equipment, and we have the technology and the expertise, but they have the raw materials in terms of athletes and PE teachers.
Yeah.
Sometimes we train the PE teachers to become our national coaches. So there's very little that we can do without the GES. If you want to go solo without the GES, we will not achieve much. And if the GES also want to go solo without the Ghana athletics, they are going to achieve nothing. So it is behove on us as these two institutions to work together to produce the athlete that we need to produce. If not that, the school, when they finish the school competition, where did they go? If also do not get to the schools, where are we going to get the young ones to train them to the national?
You can't find them on the streets.
No, you can't find them on the street. The street there, you see those streets, they are already old.
Yeah.
They will run 2-3 years, and that ends it. So we have, as a matter of necessity, to work with the GES, to work with the University Sports Association, that's called GUSA, and to see whether we can revive the SESA. The SESA was another leg.
No, true.
Yes.
What happened?
The SESA just collapsed for more than 10 years now.
But you participated in CESA before?
Yes, I participated in CESA before.
I had friends. I had friends who were doing CESA. I know Francis a J.
Yes.
Or a long distance runner.
Yes.
Then Kofi Ivakpo.
No Kofi Ivakpo.
No, 400 and 100.
No, 400. So or Canada crowd.
No, Oba Customs and so.
Oko, yes.
Na Kojo Dodu. Oh.
No. The Sister Games was the finest competition among the.
Are the security services no more interested, Bium?
Only interested, but Ekodi.
Now, more federations, Nankasano. What has been, your program to revive CESA?
The federations, we don't have too much control over the CESA because it's the security services.
I don't want to fund this CESA, no.
It's government funded through one of the institutions.
Okay.
First, it was hosted by armed forces.
Yeah.
And it went to prison service, it went to police, it went to immigration, and it came to fire.
Yeah.
It's the fire that the thing collapsed.
Oh.
And I understand even the previous one, there was another one that collapsed, and it was revived again around 2005, 2006.
Yeah, but about 2 years is enjoying.
So when about 2 fires also and but we have written letters to one of the heads of the security. I don't want to mention the security services. We want to meet them to see how we can help to revive the security service. Even if we have to do 2 or 3 security services national championship, we will do that.
I think it should come. Yes. I love this guy as well, Fred Adongo. Long distance. Yeah, Uncle Fred.
Fred Adongo, Elijah
Alasa. Those guys came to SEPS. Yes. It's not normal to take customs bags now airport, so I could watch them train. Yeah. This guy was also there, but no could taekwondo. Frederick Otu.
Yeah, Frederick Otu prisons.
Yeah, he's SEPS.
No, SEPS.
No, those times. Yeah. So CESA Games.
It was even a very good avenue for employment for the athletes.
Haven't you heard politicians in times past gone on to political platforms and talk about the revival of CESA Games when they get the opportunity? And say, no more that.
But the CESA Games, it has to come back.
Of course.
It's safe opportunity for some of our athletes. Those who have completed universities and they couldn't get employment. Na
soldier for no say obeye adwuma na sentimrika wo pe.
Sentimrika free unko adwuma and na say boson so awakoju okatua. America ba na wakotu amomo. Prisons, police, army. Those days from 2005 to 2010, 2011, a lot of athletes got employed, especially the Ghana Armed Forces.
Wow.
A lot of them. The last recruitment that went to Ghana Armed Forces just passed out about a year ago. They are still recruiting. Yes. So currently, national team, the dominant athletes are coming from there, are coming from Ghana Armed Forces.
Oh, Amba.
Yes, I'm Papa. Come from National Armed Forces. Solomon Diafo, Ghana Army. Beatrice Boachi, Ghana Army. There are a lot. They call one of them even went to the dual competition. Or 5,000. Ishmael Atta.
Right, so let's move on to second cycle school athletics.
Yes.
It's really a big deal. I want to say the concentration and the attraction has always been the Ashanti region. As a federation head, who now president to athletics Ghana, and Okre say inter-schools miracle to na kwa kodi Kumasi.
It has been there time immemorial since we started running back in Tamale. The only schools that were here in Okes, Prempe, Amas, or Was. That's what we're hearing. In Accra, we're hearing Emit Electronics, Accra, Presec. Because those days, those schools were dominant in athletics. And once they removed the tartan from the Accra Sports Stadium, it has made the Greater Accra athletics to gone down drastically. So now the concentration is now in Cape Coast, in Kumasi, and to some extent in Takoradi. But the Kumasi, they still hold fast to...
What makes athletics so special in Kumasi? Is it just about the tartan tracks?
No, it's not just about tartan.
What is it?
It's about the school.
Okay.
The schools invest in athletes. The school even get people to go and scout athletes for them. Yes. So it has become a competition among the schools. And they don't do their super zonals as zonal team. They do the super zonal based on individual school performance. So an individual school like Prempe will go to their inter-schools, he will win. You go to their zonals, he will win, and the zonal will qualify them to super zonals. But the same thing in Cape Coast. That's why you can see the competition in Cape Coast and Point very, very keen. Because the schools come to cheer their school athletes. But
the kind of fan base these athletics competitions attract.
It
means that Ghana Premier League fans will be.
We did one program in Kumasi last year. We
have stadium
we go
full capacity. At that time, you be check Ghana Premier League.
Premier League, correct.
Nti you be share your video no, and you be share me. Any pa.
Full was full to capacity. So our next NISAC, our next national championship.
The national athletics.
Yes,
that will be massive.
But our problem in Kumasi is the tracks. And what the Mumbo Madine can Kumasi tracks on.
I said no you use. Anya papa.
Anya papa. They have to redo the.
Can it be done again?
Yes, it can be done again. It's easy to do. They just have to remove the base and the sub base is already done.
But when they do it, what that will mean is that Kumasi would not have a venue for athletics for some time.
The way it is, we can take 1 month to fix it.
Oh, sir.
Yes, we can take 1 month to fix it.
But it's expensive, right?
It's expensive. Tracks is very expensive. Tracks is not like excuse me to say my language. It's not like the AstroTurf. AstroTurf you can take 200,000 and 500 to 300,000 to do AstroTurf. But tracks, you need up to 500,000 euros to do one track. It's very expensive. So a lot of people come to me. They want to do tracks. When I tell them what they need to do, they turn around. They don't come back. It's really expensive. So if we really want to do tracks, we should do it once and for all, like what we did in Legon. We shouldn't waste more money to do tracks that will not serve the purpose of it. Because the money invested in tracks, because there are 3 layers you have to do tracks. You have to do the base. You have to do the dugout. The dig out. You dig the ground to certain depth. Then you do the base, the sub base. Before you do the base, before you put the tracks, the running surface on it. So these are about 3 layers. Before you even draw the lines, marking the lines itself is a contract by itself.
Wow.
Because those who are installing the tracks, most at times are not the same person or the same people come to do the lines. So you have different group of people who are specialized in marking the lines to come and mark the line after the installation. And those who do the installation are different from those who are doing the base and the sub base. And the base either use concrete or use asphalt. And asphalt is very expensive to do. So sometimes they do concrete. If you use concrete, you have to find some most exorbitant material to place it on the concrete so the water doesn't seep through.
That's true.
To it. And that also costs a lot of, it costs. So to do from the to digging, to the sub base, to the base, to the insulation, and to the marking, it's not a small amount of money. So if we're able to do one, or we're able to, if we have the opportunity of doing, or installing the tracks, we should just make sure that we do it, that will last for more than 10 years or 15 years.
Okay. So that leads me to my next question.
Yes.
Doing it for it to last 10 to 15 years. Yes. But you, have you seen the state of the Airwax tracks? The people now had Letty's president too. President. President, I don't want you to let them come out. Abanse ma obi an kotumi ka oho biom.
Elwak no. I was an athlete when they were doing the Elwak.
Yeah, Elwak. Tatan tracks now who tumirika. And then what better than the president?
Yes, not me tumirika. That was 206.
Yeah, no.
And also, so if you don't learn from your past mistakes, you become a fool. Because what I saw as an athlete during that time, and the man may find a nice seat from say, no matter what we are going to do, we should try and get the leg on one fixed and fixed well.
All right.
And the leg on one, I was deeply involved.
Sure.
Day in, day out. Those who came and insult, I was getting them their visa on arrival. I was picking them from the airport. I was picking them from the hotel.
Wow.
Yes, I was always with them every day, to the day that they marked the lanes, to the day that they came and did the inspection, because the Elwak there, no, tamomi across Sports Stadium there, no, called Elwak, no, and there was no supervision as what they were doing inside the Elwak.
Can you imagine?
That time, no, they closed the Elwak. You can't even go have access to the Elwak.
Yeah, you can't enter.
You can't enter. So the contractor did what they wanted to do.
And it's a military facility
It's a military facility as well. So the complication was not as easy as we are looking at it. So that thing happened. I didn't blame anybody for that. Because if I were there at that time, I would also face the same issues.
That's true.
Yes. But learning from that, we made sure that the Legon one, right from the drawing stage to the handover stage, we were deeply involved.
Can't anything be done about Elwak? What is the Ghana Armed Forces saying? Say Omodia.
Omodia, but it is also a state facility.
So government of Ghana can step in.
Yes, government of Ghana can do that in collaboration with the Ghana Armed Forces.
So in your meetings with the minister and these big people in Ghana, can't you fix Elwak Tatan tracks now?
I preview to even a document that was written from the Armed Forces. No, I was told the Armed Forces to the NSA.
As a matter of fact, the entire Elwak Stadium is a death trap.
It's not a death trap, but it is not an ideal place to train.
For any partner, I would try to make my
Okasi is wrong.
Charlie.
No, it's serious. Elwak need to be fixed. Or also see a center. Can you know before we Accra Sports Stadium? Now Accra Sports Stadium because it was a strategical place within Accra.
Yeah.
And to free be what man your car about. What man could see cycle about. What man 37 about. What man see.
And our is almost the same.
Almost the same. We'll see. But so even Legon Accra, it's even pose some challenges for people to go there to train at Legon.
Now for say Wakakra.
But so maybe those at the Ashama, those areas can also train. But I work no Abaye Center. At now, Nana at least a trainer.
And I think it's pathetic because you see, who train or Tatan tracks, and I know not inter schools competition, be now viral videos, and it was terrible. But for no move to a long jump, say wow, hey president.
Who is a long jump? No, me say who pole vote to be.
I miss who pole vote to know. Me say hey, then who chroma. It was terrible. But it all comes down to your federation.
Yes, no, and so it is two things.
Okay.
Either the schools are almost free. They don't take sports serious.
I think I agree with you because this one was, I think, private schools are not
don't take because those things, you know, I think a PE teacher can able to train to certain level, and now we're also training more PE teachers to become coaches and to become more officials.
Oh wow!
Yes, we're training a lot of them. The last time we counted, we have trained more than 150 PE teachers to become officials. And we have trained more than 200 PE teachers to become national coaches. It's work in progress. We are hoping that by the time that we finish our first time, we might have trained a lot of PE teachers as coaches. That one can solve that. But
at the expense of the Athletics Association.
No. Nowadays we charge them to pay because we realize that if we ask them to come and do that payment, the seriousness is very less. So we ask them to pay for the participation fee or fee for the course. We ask them. So if you're able to do that, maybe we should be able to solve those things, to minimize those things. And the schools also have the responsibility to make sure that they have qualified PE teachers to train their students to come and do their national programs. If you know that, it's very discouraging to see people. I don't know whether they were jumping or they were running the long jump. It was not a good spectacle at all.
31 minutes after 11 a.m., my special guest on the big interview is former national athlete and current president of the Ghana Athletics Association, Mr. Bawa Fuseini, live on Max FM in Accra, live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com. You can join us. Who questions be a president wa obeti media ba adwinche bi na opese ode ba wa krado obeje so afeni eba be bora Paris in commonum Olympic Games akwantuo afeni eba be ko ansani ebe ko no mamin kai wo say sa abusumi a ewo mu ye obibi a ya tudin Max by Achedie promo because a Max by Achedie promo na che Max by for chiche nyoma by heart uko omu shop na uko to ade a umusa akora ne achewade enti wutifie na wo sika no hu de ode beye Bra Max by Sunset your techno camon 30 a year ton no ebo no ya teso sound so ena your itel RS4 ebo no da form ni nyina ubeto a ubenya free earbud. Charlie, it's raining discounts at Max by. You know why? Because auto Max by shop omo techno phone techno spark 20 ne techno spark 20C. Charlie, titi usika no so and senitini that spark 20 will save you 300 Ghana cedis, okay? The spark 20C will see you saving 200 Ghana cedis. Over techno power 6 new now, who save 170 Ghana cedis. Now we will cry, who send your chance, spin it lucky wheel no. No winning amazing gifts, your Bluetooth speakers. Any backpacks, any achedie bebrebe. Ubeto ye Cenex air conditioner na free installation. Cenex 32 inches TV, free wall bracket. NT, bra, sunset discounts no. Ye nyai ewo honkwa Hey, your blenders discount daso, your kettles, air fryers, microwaves, fridges, bankuni fufu making machines. Nina discounted prices. Any customer say Max Buy have a flexible payment term. And the flexible payment is a hallmark. And one year you free see a bedroom. Untold them young as if it's cabra giddy. You bet my mouth bread, which you are kakra 1 whole year. It depends on one thing. Which you 1 hour for Japadi de Kono. From Max Buy. I was 0544 019 552 and at 059 409 1122. And I place your order online at www.maxbuy.com.gh for nationwide delivery. Max Buy, Happy Life, Bills Microcredit, Omotai Chini Jumede Airban, Usika Semin Koyi, Bills Microcredit, Unyoma Kaship Mu Esiposo, Upeska Kwaku Yabeton Ska, Ashe Busuham, Bills Microcredit. Ebi a yɛde bi kura na abɔ achale doctor eduru a wa bɔse kotono ju wa ko bɔ bosia obenya bosia so abɔ na nhyehyɛ down so krɔgin dia na wo de wani akyerɛ Bills Microcredit Ghana de omo na bɔ bosia chi obia. So make your way to Bills Microcredit because you know what, at Bills we are committed to empowering lives and making dreams a reality. We are committed to serving Ghanaians and changing lives. At Bills we show you that everything is possible. You know what? Join us and embrace a brighter future. Bills, financing your needs. Mesinya problem be a spiritual problem. Youth need be problem. And penifo be problem a sikasem problem. Into bills microcredit. Normal wow. Bills financing your needs. Time check is 35 minutes after 11. Special guest, President of the Ghana Athletics Association, Bawa Fuseini. President, I don't know how to Ghana any mass or Olympic Games in this. Mo kotum can marry.
Debut, young way, recover the echo.
And as a man fashion,
Now, Olympic Games, Oklahoma, appear qualified to Olympic Games, a achievement.
I didn't know Moyesa. I didn't know Mutimi and Magana for your real Husa. Say, Mokona man fashion money with some Mosu. Ya qualify ko cry in you yam. Ea mamun yes, I didn't know Moyesa.
There be to say young fire to football. Even qualify for World Cup, say achievement,
A massive achievement.
The same thing in the qualify for
Olympic Games. But one
and no, and qualification, that's the first step.
Or the ambassador qualify, you knew free.
Okay.
As a start here, more Gugana any massive.
But you also pray the athlete for qualifying.
No, they brought joy and honor to Ghana.
Ghana, yes, for qualifying.
Yes.
Because we share 400 out of 212 countries. We were among the 16 let me call Paris.
And I'm and
yes, sir. It's among more than 200 countries.
I'm top 16.
Top 16. It is not a small achievement.
Yeah.
But Mejitum say the AC, you know.
Did you fail in Paris?
No, we didn't fail in Paris.
Oh, no, they do.
No, we didn't fail in Paris.
Oh, President.
No, we didn't fail in Paris.
President, but you also didn't succeed in Paris.
We succeeded, but not 100%.
Oh, President.
See, we went in for Paris to do 4 events, not 1 event.
Okay.
To do 4x100, to do high jump, to do 100 meters.
And 200.
And 200, 100 meters 2. Can you tell me when was the last time a Ghanaian to make semi-finals at the Olympic Games? Aceh. And the boys know Oman semi-finals.
Oman 4x100 for.
There be even 400.
100.
Azamati, Samini.
Sami.
Oman semi-finals. Even the history of Ghana participation at the Olympics. I can count you with my one hand.
Now Olympics.
How many people ever went to Olympic semi-finals?
No, Olympics. Your semi-final and your koji medal.
Obian when you say go and get a medal. But Olympic medal also swear. And to say African Championship,
okay,
it's very huge. Obia, that's the dream of everybody. The dream of every athlete, every coach, every administrator to get a medal during your active days.
Yeah.
That's the dream of everybody. And to say about a wuntima, then you now ask yourself, why didn't I get to this level? Because you have to go, the first point is you have to qualify, you have to train to get to the finals, get to the final, then you now plan for the medal zone. That's the steps. And to the year corner, they name say, quarter yanye bi kwa this 4x100 kwa bet mark finals. And I didn't see, you know. Nana, man, Olympic Games be over. Miss sorry, the last thing that I watched was the closing ceremony. A 3 minutes about there.
But you be call, but me musa Azamatini, you know, your son, you know.
Yes, Samini.
Samini. I don't know when the Manco finals.
And that is where Omo Honden no Betmadu. Yes, that is where their strength and their speed.
But I know you're an honest man and yes, you are a genuine truth speaker. But you now when you say 100 200 Ghana benye bibiaba.
Debbie. No. Because to win share finals no. The last person crowd to 9.91. 991. Now, yeah, at least no time I call now, our best was 10.04. So what we're hoping for them to get to the finals. But to be some say yeah 4x100 no, a better mark of finals possibly get a medal, I would say yes. Because Olympic Games, you know, you don't win medal by chance.
Debbie.
Omukono, you can say who were going to be the first 3 or the first 4. We could have even, right from the Heats to the semi-finals, you could have predicted it.
Yeah.
Who could have been the first, second, third, fourth, fifth? You could have predicted it. And in America, it's not by chance. Otamiya.
And today, Paddy Everson,
Tobago.
What makes him better than Azamati and the Ghanaian boys?
Tobago is a natural athlete. Tobago won the World Junior Championship in 1965. We under 18 or to 19. We winning World Junior Championship in Argentina for about 3-4 years ago. Yes, he just coming through like what Usain Bolt did.
He's gone through the ranks.
Gone to the rank, won the World Youth, came and won the World Juniors and set a record. He had the World Youth Junior record in the world, Tobago. He came to the World Championship and got a silver. So you could see how he was progressing to this level. And his win was not surprise to anybody. But it's only one athlete that you see that come through that. I can give you a few examples. Like Alexander Felix. Alexander Felix was a student at the age of 18, then he was running 22.
Wow.
Yes, so he decided to leave the U.S. scholarship and go professional. He could get her own money and pay her school fees.
Wow.
That's what she did. So at the end of 18, she was already winning world championships. If you look, there's another boy called Karami James. Also, was at the age of 18, he won the world championship in Doha, 2011. So there are few of that natural talented athletes. It's difficult for you to compare them to any other athletes. They say Usain Bolt was also Beba. Somebody also come, even though he's the first guy, the first African to have won a global stage medal with that time. And Tobago is unique, and the country Botswana has produced world-class athletes. They were having one girl run 800, one girl ran 400, Amoncho Mantle. Yes, he won world championship several times. She even had the Olympic medals. There's one girl doing 800, I forget his name, a male guy. He was running 1.43 seconds in 800. He was a world champion. He was Olympic silver medalist. Also, he had won several. So Botswana have got that history. And the state is pumping a lot of resources into them.
There's a massive investment.
Massive investment.
Athletics,
Even the 4x4. In London 2017, they won silver medal at the World Championships.
Wow.
Yes. They have some 4 guys who ran 43, 44. So for the past 15 years, until this year that somebody beat them at Legon African Games, they have been winning African 4x4 and the 400 for the past 10 years. Because they invested and the athletes are training in Botswana.
Wow.
They don't go outside. They train in Gaborone. They have Cuban coaches, they have foreign coaches that come to coach them, and they have a lot of investment from the state. So what they are reaping at the world level is not by chance.
All right. President.
Yes.
But 4x100 no. Why the coach you? Why the coach Ghana athletics team no?
4x100 no.
100 and 400, 100 and 200 and 4x. Why the coach you?
Athletes no money na were personal coaches.
Who as a federation president who coach ni high?
Your coach is baby.
Coach Bernard was signed, didn't call Olympic Games.
Yeah, the Prof. Andrew and Coach Salah. But before then, now it was Coach Leo Mills and Coach Christian Sia. You were there, your friend, long list.
Okay.
4 or 5 months to the Olympic Games. We have to submit your long list.
Okay.
Possible coaches and possible athletes who you think will qualify.
Sure.
Normally, they have a good system.
Right.
3-4 months. The Ebeka 2 months. The Ghana Olympic Committee will ask you, say, please bring your finalist.
Okay.
By the finalists are already banned. Say any long list ultimate.
Okay.
Until you will put a lot of coaches, our coaches, a lot of athletes into the system for the long list. So whoever qualified, if the person qualified and name is not in the long list, then you'll be in trouble.
Sure.
Until the athletes who qualifying in the long list. Coaches know the first option was Coach Nsia.
Okay.
No, say at that time it was conflicting with the program in Brazil.
All right.
Until on to member. The second coach was Leo Mills. On this time, no, Obeyan and Mame 1 year over Ghana and to on to Minko. So the available people that were left was Andrew and Coach Salah. We were trying to fix Aziz Zakari and Kansa, but at that time we didn't remember to put their name in the long list. So because you can't just put everybody in the long list.
Okay, you consider them after, for instance, Leo.
Because actually we have more than 6 coaches in the system. Okay. So we believe that at all costs we can get these people there. But that's why we finally landed on Andrew and Coach Sarah.
And Andrew money coach, no?
Yes. Yes, maybe. And we were able to get Saminu coach to be in Paris.
Okay.
We get Azamati coach to be in Paris. So at that time of Paris, we have 2 expert coach from US, including Andrew and Salah. So they were training them for about 10 days. Strasbourg, yes. Even they were with them at the games in Paris.
Can they be blamed for what happened in the relay?
I don't want to blame anybody for the relay because they have practiced for more than 2 weeks.
American 2 answer be president to. Then this year.
2 things next year. First exchange box between Samini and Azamati. Azamati and man moving them, and the Samini Betono.
Okay.
That was a clash there. And between Fuseini and
JP
Joe Paul.
Yeah.
Fuseini step on the mark. Now Joe Paul took off.
Ooh.
So Joe Paul took off early.
Before.
And before Fuseini gets to Joe Paul, he had already crossed the changeover box. Oh. But sad nipa two no.
No, Mo rehearse.
They rehearse. Sad nipa two no in Pence. Joe Paul and Fuseini was so perfect.
And you mean we race no?
Yes.
Aye.
It was so perfect in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
It was 100% perfect. There was no problem there. So sometimes it may be anxiety, it may be nervousness. I'm not sure it was.
Who says see all Olympic Games debut?
My Olympic Games debut.
Closing ceremony now,
because every minute so. Serious, every minute so completely. Because
you had high hopes.
High hopes. I'm to make cancer at least final. We have to get to the finals. Yeah. The athletes also they were so hopeful that they got to the finals. And athletes been on per se on Olympic finals. Can we go finals? I think can mature me see you nana.
Of course.
Can mature go say it was during my time there Ghana for 100 went to
Olympic Games finals.
Athletes will go almost so many bonuses. Because the minister will host the ministers are promised and they say almost call the next level. They will give them something.
Oh.
Now I didn't see the competition in Africa minister. Man should you.
But you know, I didn't know about gay where brosa. Russia boa.
No coaching as well.
Yes, more said that bogey na bro. Modern kofu coaches about no the mom funny coach man to high jump no coach you crown. Ni referee. High jump ni shiri.
And you no correct.
Never saying.
And you no correct. Certain made the cancer in the long list.
So the coach you put them in the system.
Yes.
Not Rosiabo coach didn't come be.
Such hard time no.
Aye.
No you name say Rosiabo could be here no. And this Rosiabo could be qualified. So there's a process for you to get
Rose qualified here in Cameroon, right?
You know, he qualified. Yes, a week before Cameroon. Qualified in US.
Oh, America.
America. Certain were qualified. It was not even possible to add the coach name into the system. That's a system now close to that.
So beyond not adding the coach, was it?
So we were trying to get her a personal coach.
And what happened?
A personal coach accreditation that will not give the coach access
to the village.
To the village, but we give a coach access to the training pitch.
Yeah.
But the coach needs to do on panel.
Of a village
or of a village. That's the same thing that Samini coach came with. Same thing
but all of them trained.
Yes.
They weren't going to the village, but they were training the athletes.
Yes. They were not in the village, they trained the athletes. That accreditation is always available.
So Rose, no, Did she complain to you as federation head? Said
She wrote.
Onyan coach.
Then she wrote.
The mama coach.
Then she wrote. And you my coach, you know. She wrote to us, demand that she want to go. Tamayo Cameroon.
With a personal trainer.
A personal coach. So we also forwarded the email to the GOC.
And what did the GOC say?
The GOC said it was too late for them to give him full accreditation because at that time they can't go to the system and add his name to the system and give him the PR code. There's a code.
Some way, somehow. Was there nothing the federation could have done to at least get the man to France?
No. The only thing we could have done to get the man to Paris was to give the man a personal accreditation coach, a card. Because we don't control the accreditation. Yeah. We don't control who go to Paris. We only send the request to the GOC.
Right.
The GOC had the final say. And that's what the GOC came to say, that it was late for them to have given him accreditation. More so, he was not even part of the 4x100. And if we want to go by what the general public was saying about Rose coach, what about Fuseini Kwekwa? Fuseini was also going to run, Samini was also going to run personal in 100 meters.
Samini is also coach Amba.
Also for coach Amba. So if we are going to go by that,
James is also coach Amba.
Also coach Amba. So if we are going to go by that, Yemfa every individual athlete, Yemma the coaching accreditation, even the system will not even allow that.
But what happened to that girl? She was full of promise, eh?
Yes.
About then went to mention, you know.
The whole those who were there from the NCCA, they couldn't go past that level.
Wow.
And you know,
it's not again Africa pen will beat my champion.
In Africa, the time is soon. She's still young. She's still growing. She will get to that level, because at that level, even the height that only called 202, 204 a bonus.
We need too much.
So when we are talking, sometimes we don't want to talk and discourage the athlete. Even the time that we say 1.97, that's the barest minimum that you cover for the Olympic Games. And when you get to Olympic Games, so they go up to 2 meters.
Yeah.
They go up to 2 meters. So let's the interest in, we didn't go with her personal coach. If you ask personal coach, Samini also asks of a personal coach, Jopo asks of a personal coach. So how many personal coaches can we go with? Mm-hmm. In the system, because we have 5 athletes in the camp, the system can only allow 2 coaches.
Yeah. Okay, so to Olympic Games and back with no medal. What's the future of Ghana athletics?
The future is still bright, and while we are praying that if you don't invest in the Olympic teams, if you don't inject capital into it, 2028 will still come back to complain about lack of preparation and lack of those things. All boil down to funding the national teams. We share St. Lucian athletes now. The state sponsored her for more than 80 years. They spent more than $250,000 on her. And the 8-year investment has given them the gold medal at the Olympic Games. So if they had not done that, they would not have gotten this place. They took her to Canada, to Jamaica for school. She finished the school. They took her to US, and the lady is on stipend every month. The country is paying her for training.
Wow.
Country is paying her for training. Country is taking her for competitions. They are paying her coach. So what she achieved was in 80 years in making.
Calculated and planned
for almost 80 years. If we look at Bless Okagbare, the guy that's the Nigerian that in the head, when she finished school in 2006, the Delta State governor gave her $120,000 to prepare herself to become a professional. Yes, to become a professional athlete. So we are keep on doing one particular thing, allow the athletes to go and train, qualify on their own, prepare. The financial model the athletes need to get to the Olympic medal zone is huge. It's only the state that can support that. And if the state support that, getting Olympic medal is not beyond the athlete.
What kind of support is your federation currently enjoying from the state in terms of support, in terms of helping to develop athletics?
The state always comes in when we are traveling for the international competitions.
The competitions in Kwanzaa.
The local competition, we finance it. We fund our money. We fund our sponsors. We fund our program to do all the local programs. The state doesn't give us money to do local programs. The state only comes down to support us when we are traveling. Like when we went to Douala, the ministry gave tickets. and they promised to pay the per diem. When we went to Bahamas, they bought the tickets. We went to Pines, they bought the tickets, and they pay some of the per diems. But that's where the state comes in to support it. That's where the state comes to support us. But the personal athletes support, that's what we need for the personal athlete support. So the athlete will not go to train and go and work. So if we are having enough funding, then we say, okay, 6 or 7 of athletes, you are the top athlete that we have. We are going to give you 2,000 a month for the next 6 months, or for the next 3 years, or for the next 4 years. You don't work. You also train, and we give them targets. In a year, if you don't meet the targets, we take it out from you. I'm telling you now, if you're able to do that for the next 3-4 years, Ghana will also have a medal, yet like Tobago had gotten a medal for Botswana.
But if it's in what is your short, medium, and long-term plans in terms of competitions domestically?
Our immediate program that I want to do is to collaborate with the GES to do national inter-school championship next year.
That will be massive, huh?
We are going to do that next year, first thing next year.
National.
I want to do it in Kumasi. That's our first and foremost thing we want to do. After that, then we'll continue with our national circuit championship. We also have 5 nations that we want to do. Nigeria want to come to Ghana for bilateral competition, Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire. So we are reviving Ghana-Nigeria friendship. We are reviving Ghana-Cote d'Ivoire friendship in Ghana here.
Wow.
And we'll do West African Championship in Asaba, in Delta, before we go in for the World Championships in Tokyo. But my long-time vision is people tell that it's too ambitious, but it's not ambitious. I want to be the first president in Ghana Athletics to win an Olympic medal.
Wow.
Yes, I've said it several times.
So that practically means that you are aiming to go for a second term as president of the federation.
That will be in 2020. That will be in the second term. Yes. That for me to get the Olympic medal, then it will be.
But why Juma Asoania and Yakasi to Aba Yabatuama?
But what I've achieved, never yet became since 1996, 97 up to 2000. What I have seen and what the associates have achieved now.
Who be that?
Who be that?
That's only Professor Dodu Juma.
Oh, serious? First, you call Commonwealth Games in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Because that for behind a SCA.
Yeah.
People didn't really look at the performance of the athletes. The last time I win a medal in the Commonwealth Games in the 200 meters was 1974.
Wow.
But they win 200.
Oh, Birmingham.
Birmingham, bronze medal. And see that it made the 2 high jumpers at Commonwealth Games are almost to do finals. That never happened.
Number 2, what demonstration fierce critics no?
Yes.
And I know you know them.
Yeah, I know them. Yes.
Almost some way favoritism and chronism. Our federation more obi ntare mo ho a mo ni agro o critic ni ba ko site say o say every boy be gadayi mo sheda na mo yi ni free.
This administration switched from 2020, 2014, 2015. Yes, I say yeah, qualifying policy and qualifying standards. And yeah, I make choose at least no money. Yeah, we're qualifying policy standard every year in December. We release it. Every athlete knows what he has to do to go for any competition.
Wow.
Douala, we have qualifying standards. Olympic Games, it was already there. African Games, we provided it, and we published it. Gadayi was the number 6 in terms of rankings. Oh. Number 6.
Really? Gadayi na or Gini din was CA, no?
I was number 6. The best time here 10-2-4. 10-2-4. And we have 10-0-4, 10-0-6, 10-0-8, 10-0-8, 10-1-5. Initially, Samini was qualified in 200 and 100 meters. So we decided to add the 6th person. So the Samini name will not be part of the 4x100 officially. But say you do Paris, it never come home.
Okay. I didn't want you, sir.
But Samini and the coach decided to say, drop 200.
Wow.
No more 200 and a 4x100. And once we do 100 meters, your name is automatically part of the 4x100.
Ah.
So Samini was automatically part of the 4x100. Azamati part of 4x100. It's a Akandipa to be added. And even later on, Umabe Nipa Bakunkura Akandipa Menu.
Wow.
Joseph Paul Amoa and Fuseini. Yeah. And Bosho became a reserve. So where were we going to add together? We couldn't have gone with 6 athletes for a 4x100.
So we could pray.
That's why we have Bosho. And that's the limit.
Okay.
You can't enter 6 persons in the 4x100.
Right.
You cannot. The system will not allow you.
So
GOC will not allow you.
You did nothing wrong.
So we did nothing wrong about it. People should understand the process. Yeah. We take the first best 5 fastest athletes. Uncle Kahua and Kadenebeko. You didn't call African Championships. Douala. He was part of the Africa Games. Yeah. O2 Ghana fastest. Over he slowed down. I asked what they were, it will affect you. If you also run through, then he also ran the 10:04 or the 10:06, you will be part of the team.
That's right.
But we can't drop somebody with 10:04, 10:08, or even 10:15 and put you 10:24 to the competition.
He won't go to the CA.
He won't go.
Or you go to CA, no?
I or you go.
But not the time,
no. Even Region 2 or you go or you go. But still or to 10-2.
Wow. Oh, Charlie, 1 hour of solid athletics conversation. Me grab the time now. Wow. Wow.
I thought that you were going to say something because because sure. If you look at what we have achieved for the 1 year, organizing the African Games alone was something very huge.
That's true. And athletics was the highlight of the African Games.
And we got 2 international competitions in this year.
Yeah.
2. CA Region 2.
Which was live on Max TV.
Max TV was here.
Yeah.
It was massive.
Yeah.
And we have our own, that small program that we don't even count them.
All right.
And we took one of the largest number to Douala. The last time was they went to Durban. That was around 2004, 2005. The number was also large. And we went and won 4x100 there in Douala. Beat Nigeria, did everything.
So the future is bright for Ghana athletics under President Bawa Fuseini.
Future is very bright. We need to work together. We need to continue. I still need your support, Nana.
God bless you. It's been an amazing conversation. Yankupo Inshira Obebri, President Saubaye, our special guest on the big conversation. Yeah, that Bill's microcredit asset, Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Soakins mix, Bet Borrow, Max Buy, Omade August Achedie promo na ba from Jimby. Start times say the major leagues are back. Grab your start times, 180 Ghana cedis a month, and you are good to go. Omo and a Taichi and a Bet Borrow. And a DJ by Tony Beble Lidi production with support from Valerie, DJ Odi Kayum, Sana Shadrach, PK, Godwin, Philip, Ben, Patrick, Omina Teche, Michael and Daniel, Eteche ne Dijumideno, Ebreo. Special greetings to Akosia Branoma, Communications Director of Samurai Boy Samatex for talking to us. Then a special thank you to Mr. Bawa Fuseini, our special guest, President of the Ghana Athletics Association, on the big interview. Happy birthday to Nania Otechi's co-commentator, brother and friend, Prince Annan. Today is Prince Annan's birthday. Happy birthday. Prince Ono, also Oshe, President Bawa Fuseini, Abrana Bawa Tumrika. Prince Annan. I was Utumrika. Also, a student now Utumrika. No, Prince Annan or a journalist. No, Obeshew.
My first interview, TV.
Metro. Prince Nano,
President Yemi. First appearance on TV.
Who history near born President. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle. Happy birthday, Mr. Prince. Uncle Point Show, baby.
On one him. Yeah, maybe it's not after the audience. Who your pen? Not your punishment pay.
This guy be bad guy.
Not the end, your pen is also pay.
President Mani PMV.
Oh, Baba dear. On the to be country, but on the pen.
Mississippi.